Nowadays, most flagship smartphones utilize either 2 or 3 rear cameras. Sony, however, has so far remained mostly loyal to the single-camera setup, but with the expected arrival of the Xperia XZ4 next month, this will all change. Until today, very little was known about the Xperia XZ4 triple-camera setup, but thanks to one pretty important leak, a few of the camera setup key details have seemingly surfaced. Of course, they could still be wrong, so do take the info with a pinch of salt. After fitting the Xperia XZ3 with a primary 19-megapixel camera complete with an f/2.0 aperture, the Xperia XZ4 will allegedly arrive with a massively upgraded sensor that boasts a resolution of 52 megapixels. Much like Huawei, this should allow Sony to combine multiple pixels into one, thus producing a higher quality image at a resolution which is closer to 10 megapixels. This particular sensor also sports an f/1.6 aperture according to the leak, which suggests low light photography will see some drastic improvements. As expected, the primary sensor looks set to be accompanied by a dedicated telephoto camera. At the moment, the optical zoom capabilities of it remain unclear. However, this leak points towards a resolution of 16 megapixels and an f/2.6 aperture. As a result, higher levels of detail are to be expected. However, the aperture does suggest the sensor will struggle with lighting more than others. Lastly, the Xperia XZ4 will seemingly arrive equipped with a 0.3 megapixel time-of-flight sensor. This doesn't sound like much, but it should help with depth sensing quite a bit. As a result, bokeh imagery will look significantly better and improvements to AR content should be available. Aside from the cameras, the Xperia XZ4 is expected to feature a large 6.5-inch 21:9 display coupled with Qualcomm Snapdragon 855, 6GB of RAM, and 128GB of storage. The device should also include Android 9 Pie straight out of the box and IP68 water and dust resistance. If Sony history is anything to go by, the Sony Xperia XZ4 probably won't be available to purchase until late March or early April at the very earliest. If the company wants to compete against the Galaxy S10 series, though, perhaps the launch will be brought forward.